Good afternoon, council members. My name is David Koenig, and I'm here with my fellow teachers from the Empower Ed Teacher Council. Last week, I attended a celebratory luncheon for the class of 2018 at Paul International High School, the charter school where I have taught for the past 5 years. I sat at a table with some of my fellow teachers, most of whom have also been at the school for 4 to 6 years, and I reflected on the quality of the people who I have worked with at Paul and how lucky the school has been to have assembled such a strong teaching staff and to keep the core of our team together for the past 4 years. And then my colleagues and I began to talk about the future. As I suspected, not one person at the table plans to stay at Paul for their entire career, and no one could even speak with certainty about their plans beyond next year. As I am sure you know, at this moment, approximately half of all public school students in DC attend charter schools. While these schools have produced varying results as measured by test scores and other types of data, there is one area in which charter schools are clearly failing: stability. These schools do not provide students the stable environments and durable cultures they need. The culture that does exist in DC charters is a culture of churn, which hurts the schools and their students in countless ways. This culture is one of several factors contributing to the powerlessness of teachers in DC charters. Teachers fear to speak out about problems in their schools because of the real possibility that they could be fired or otherwise retaliated against. They likewise fail to advocate for changes to harmful educational policies, such as the overemphasis on standardized testing and the monetization of charter school students. Again, because of fear, but also because many sense that one lonely voice in the wilderness cannot be effective. There is an urgent need for charter school teachers to organize in order to gain the job security and benefits that are essential to building a stable teaching staff. These organizations should also serve as vehicles for teachers to add their collective voice to the debate over the future of our schools. They might be in the form of traditional unions, or the teacher teams that Empower Ed is attempting to build, or some other group that engages in concerted activity, but they must be built. Currently, the AFT is attempting to unionize charter school teachers on a largely secret, school-by-school basis. This is a flawed strategy, as evidenced by the results. Our unionizing effort at Paul last year ultimately failed in the face of a withering anti-union campaign by the school and its law firm, Jones Day. The only charter in DC to successfully unionize, one of the campuses in the Cesar Chavez network, is struggling to negotiate a contract in the face of stonewalling by the school's board. If we are going to build a stable school system in Washington, D.C., which consistently produces students who are productive and engaged citizens, teachers must build organizations to advocate for themselves and for real common sense school reform. This effort must be public and it must be citywide. It will likely require high-level political support. In short, it probably requires support from you, the D.C. Council. For that reason, I am asking each of you to consider taking a public stance in support of charter school unions and other organizing efforts in charters and in DCPS, and to take a hard look at the schools, boards of trustees, and outside groups who are fighting against those organizations. Thank you.
Thank you very much.